Physics and top in the world in IGCSE Additional Mathematics and Mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Maximilian Tanjaya.
Hi, okay. Good afternoon to all our esteemed guests, all the proud teachers and parents, and of course all the award winners and students who are present here today. Naturally, I would like to congratulate all of us in having worked hard, in having persevered through everything, in having gone through, in having been diligent, in having gone through all the hard work that we've had to go through in order to be here today receiving these awards. And well, when Cambridge came and told me that I had to write a speech, they told me that it would be a lighthearted one, and that I shouldn't have to worry or stress too much about it. But I'll be honest, I'm a very serious person, and I think it will show in what I'm about to say next. So, this will be serious, and I'm sorry if I will bore you to death, but please bear with me for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So, it's a great honor for me to be here standing today in front of all of you, in front of all the award winners, in front of all the esteemed guests from Cambridge. And first and foremost, I would like to, of course, give my sincere gratitude to God for His blessing and guidance in my life, and without whom I would not be who I am today. And of course, I would like to thank also all the teachers and friends at National High who have helped me get to where I am today. I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Dexter, who's here today. He was my math teacher, and I'm eternally grateful for what he has done in helping me achieve the Top in the World Awards for math and additional math. And lastly, I would like to say a great thank you to my parents, both my mother and my father, who are here today, who were always there for me, who have always given me a healthy environment to grow and prosper, and whom, without their doting care, I would also not be here standing today in front of you. Now, I must say that when the news of my awards came in, I was, of course, delighted. I was shocked. I was thrown off my feet, I believe, if that's the correct phrase to use. And one of my teachers, he messaged me at 10 p.m. or so, late at night, and I was so overjoyed that I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep the whole night, and I ended up sick afterwards because of the lack of sleep. But anyway, I was certainly very shocked to have heard that I got 5 awards for the 5 Cambridge Awards. And as much as I appreciate the awards that I've gotten, as much as I'm sure we all here are grateful and appreciative of the recognition that we've been given for our hard work, to me, I feel that the most important aspect isn't the awards or the scores that I received on a paper exam, but rather it's the process of learning, it's the process of acquiring information, acquiring knowledge over my years of learning. And to me, the learning comes first. The awards, the scores, and whatever else we get, they come second. And enough about my feelings though. I personally think that words that aren't used to affect change are words wasted. And so I don't intend to waste any more words. I believe in using this time to try to inspire you all to make a change in the world, no matter how small it is, and hopefully be able to help the greater community around you. Now, I'll be honest to everyone here. A lot of people have came to ask me about my studying secrets or what exactly is my learning strategy that I use. And I'll be honest, I don't have a specific learning strategy. And well, even if I did, I doubt it would work for all of you. I doubt that it will work for anyone else here, because I don't believe in all-encompassing strategies that work. To me, it's every single person, every single student, they have to find their own strategy that works for them. They have to find a way for them to discover and develop, refine whatever strategy works for them. But if I had to give you some bullet points, I think we all love that for notes and studying. I'd say 1, be passionate in everything that you do. 2, I feel that you should understand that schoolwork is to be done at school, And at home, you should really have fun. You should just enjoy your life as teenagers, as young people. And 3, you should listen in class, and most importantly, you have to be resourceful. Now, firstly, you need to be passionate. And if I had to describe myself in 3 words, it'd be that I'm hungry for knowledge. Consider me fanatical, perhaps, maybe even maniacal, but I value the truth, I value information, I value understanding above everything else. And to that end, I have a burning passion to find out, and an unquenchable curiosity to dig up whatever arcane facts of life there are, whatever interesting mathematical theory or scientific hypothesis that there is out there. And to me, it's this passion and thirst for knowledge that makes learning to me feel natural and fun. I love knowledge per se, I love knowledge in itself, not because it should be applied, not because there are applications in the real world that it can be used to help. To me, the knowledge comes first. We as human beings have this unquenchable desire to learn, to know, to understand and make sense of the world around us. And I feel that by doing that, by learning for the sake of learning, the application, the uses, they'll come later. And really, if you learn, you do well, you strive well, at the end of the day, the benefits, the rewards, for not just you, but the community around you, they'll come naturally. And I truly believe in that. And so, on to my second point, you should separate your school and home. Of all the things I feel really strongly about, I think this is one of the things at the top of that list. I just talked about having to be passionate, right? And if you're going to hear what I have to say after this, I will be very passionate. And I hope that I don't offend anyone here. I just like to say that learning doesn't only happen in classrooms or assignments or homework or the exams that you take at the end of the day. I think to me, learning happens all throughout your life. It doesn't stop once you step outside the classroom. It doesn't halt when you stop doing your schoolwork, extracurricular activities, doing projects outside of school, maybe catching up on your hobby, furthering a hobby, even mingling with friends, even just hanging out with people, spending time with family, etc. All these activities are part of life, right? And they're all places for learning. I believe that learning is only the acquisition of knowledge, is only being better than who you are. To learn more things is essentially to live life itself, and living life is essentially learning. I believe that as important as it is to learn inside the classroom, it's also important to ensure that your life outside of school is rich and exciting. And so I suggest to you, really, that if you step out of school, you forget about homework, forget about schoolwork. And honestly, I think you should keep schoolwork to school. Anything else, when you step outside school, just have fun. Do whatever it is that you love outside school. And I know that maybe a lot of teachers and a lot of parents will disagree with me on this, but if you ask me what my strategy was, it would be that I separate school and work. That I separate school and my household. I like to spend time with my family. I like to spend time with my friends. I like to play video games, whatnot. And so essentially, I feel learning academic work should be kept at school. Outside, you can learn so many other things that are not related to academics or numbers or studying or writing notes, reading textbooks. I think there's a huge part of life that needs to be learned outside of the class. And I think that if personally, a lot of times I've heard that children, students, they stay up late all the way to 12, 1 a.m., past midnight, and they stay up late to do homework, to do studying, whatever. I don't think that's healthy, and to me, your health should come first, even before your studies, because if you're not healthy, if you fall sick, and well, that means your body can't handle itself. That means that you need to rest, and if you can't take care of yourself, then how do you expect yourself to be able to excel in your studies in school? I don't think you can give your best performance if you are not healthy. And to me, the health should come first. Sleep early, I suppose. Have a healthy lifestyle. I don't think that if you're forced to stay up late past midnight and you have to wake up early in the morning to continue finishing your homework, I don't think that's healthy, and I feel that perhaps that's one of the flaws when it comes to the school system that we lead these days, that it places too much emphasis and priority on finishing our work. Personally, to me, if I could change the school system, if I could make a change, if I would, and I would, sorry, if I could and I would, then it would be that I want to make sure that students are able to lead healthy lives outside of school, that they still have normal social lives, that basically having good grades and academic work, they should not interfere with having a good social life, they should not interfere with being able to hang out with friends and family. And so, like, to summarize, right, my advice to you as a fellow student, as a fellow learner, would be, first, you should do what you love, you should be passionate in what you do, and you should learn for the sake of learning, not because of its applications or whatever, but because you love knowledge, because you truly want to learn that subject. Now again, you should keep your schoolwork in school, and when you're at home, just play, have fun. Now, to that extent, I feel like the A-level curriculum, as demanding, as challenging as people might put it, I think it suits this just right. I think it suits my style of learning best. You have a very deep, intensive learning, and I understand that it's maybe stressful for some, stressful for all of us actually. But really, if given enough time, if you can manage your time right, I feel that it's very much manageable. If you're truly interested in whatever A-level topic that you choose to pursue in, I think it will eventually end up very good for not just you, but well, for the people around you in your community that I'm sure you'll benefit. And well, I think that the diverse number of subjects that the A-level curriculum provides, it gives us a lot of flexibility in deciding what we want to study, flexibility that I really love, that I really appreciate. And well, I think that just brings, it's important that it essentially allows students to take their learning into their own hands, that it allows students to choose what path they want to take, even as early as high school. So, well, I'm sure that was very boring, and I'm sorry. And as I look towards the future, I just hope that I'll be able to return back here on stage, hopefully, to make another speech during my A-levels. And when that time comes, I can only hope that there will be more award winners here present from Indonesia, and acquiring not just top in Indonesia awards, but also top in the world. Preferably a lot more subjects, not just math. And I'm confident, I'm certain, right, that in my beloved country, in our beloved country, in Indonesia, that there are a lot of young people, or not just us, a lot of people outside of this room with hidden talents, with hidden abilities who are not recognized, who we have not yet heard of. And really, I can only pray, I can only hope that in the future, our generation can strive in helping the world become a better place, in helping those around us with our knowledge, with our education, with our love for learning, with our passion for learning, and also to help others. So I implore everyone here, myself included, to go forth and strive to be better than you actually are. I know that sounds cliche, but I think my point holds here. I want everyone here in this room to be able to prove to the world that Indonesia is a country full of great people, that it's a country filled with brilliant individuals, and as Mr. Malik has mentioned just now, I'm sure that Indonesia will play a pivotal role in the development of the modern world in the next coming years. And through that, I hope that us, as the next generation of leaders in Indonesia, we can and we will contribute significantly to not only our country, but also to the world at large.